What's going on, Cardinal Nation? Richie Giuliano with YSNLive.com. Another player profile of the Canfield football team, sponsored by Coca's Pizza. This time we bring in a special senior two-way player in Michael Crawford. Mike, thanks for coming out tonight.
You're welcome.
Now, you're a big part of this Canfield football program. In the past, you have two brothers, Dave and Nick, who set the example in the past. Those guys were phenomenal players. Just talk about what they taught you along the way.
Yeah, they have been big influences and role models to my own game. David, going into his senior year, he was a one-way linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He ran that defense himself. So watching him growing up, learning from his lessons and mistakes, him teaching me how to get better at linebacker. And then Nick, he was a one-way offensive player. He was a big running back his senior year,
Mm-hmm.
making all the plays, teaching me how to do it myself. He had a couple injuries. I got my chance to go in. He coached me up. So they've helped me improve my game a lot.
Yeah, that's great to see. And I mean, they still support you. I see them in the stands week in and week out. Your family's always there. Just talk about what that means to you, just having the support of your family in the stands week in and week out.
Yeah, knowing that I have my family up there is always great. You know, I have people watching me. I know I can play for them. They're going to watch. They're going to support me. Whether I do good or bad, they're going to help me get better. It's always great to have family in the stands.
Now, you had a big junior year. You're having a great senior year so far. Just take us through a week of practice for you, what you do outside of the field, schoolwork, your mental capacity, as well as lifting. Like, what do you do outside of the field that makes you so successful?
A lot of stretching. I got to stay loose, keep my body in good condition. A lot of icing, stretching, heat. I don't want to cramp up, get hurt before a game. I got to stay healthy. And schoolwork, I try and get as much done as I can before practice, finish up after, get everything squeezed into my day.
Now, just talk about the running back crew this year for you. It takes a little bit off your back. You get to play both ways. Just talk about that.
Yeah, having an extra running back always helps, get some time off the field. I can catch my breath, so I can get back in there. Just going both ways, sometimes it's hard. If I gas out on a play, being able to come out and take a couple of plays off, get ready, go back in. Make some damage happen.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, what are your personal goals this season? I mean, your final senior year, you've had a lot of experience in the past. Personal goals for you and your team?
My goal, obviously, I want to get to the playoffs. I want to make a run. Hopefully, I want to get past that regional semifinal spot. Yeah. Not a lot of personal goals. It's more team goals. I'm ready to go do whatever the team needs to get to the playoffs.
Now, let's talk about your upcoming opponent, New Philadelphia. We're talking to Coach Pav as well as yourself before this interview. They've got a big defensive line, some big boys that you haven't seen this year. What's it going to take for you on Friday night to have a successful night?
I think the biggest thing for me is going to be patience and trust, being a little slow in the backfield, trusting my offensive linemen are going to get to their guys, and then just finding the hole, exploding through, run over as many people as possible.
Now, you talked about your brother and being such a good linebacker, running that trio himself. For you, it feels like it's the same way. What's your mentality defensively, and what makes you such a great middle linebacker?
Defensively, I'm just trying to do my job, get where I have to be, run the ball. Everyone, you got to make the play. Even if someone else gets there, never know if they're going to miss. You got to be there to make the play too.
Now let's get to know you a little bit better. So we did a little questionnaire earlier with Cam Thompson of the Boardman Spartans. Let's do it for you as well. Rapid fire questionnaire. Are you a Powerade or Gatorade guy?
Definitely Gatorade.
And Gatorade, what flavor?
Probably have to go with the white flavor.
Okay. What is that? Like Arctic Rush or something? What is that?
I think it's Glacier.
Glacier Freeze?
Maybe Glacier Cherry.
All right. All right. Favorite sport outside of football?
Probably have to be wrestling.
Wrestling. Yeah. And one thing I wanted to talk about, your brother, such a great wrestler, both. Dave, two-time state champion. I mean, what was that like, going to Columbus year in and year out and watching him succeed in the way that he did?
It was always exciting going out, get to watch my brother wrestle and compete.
Yeah.
Hanging out with my family. It was a great trip.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the Canfield Fair just happened, ended on Monday and Labor Day. You were able to go after, of course, your game on Friday night. What is your favorite fair food, and, what are some things that you like to do at the fair?
Favorite fair food's got to be a Philly cheesesteak.
Really?
Yeah.
That's different. That is very different. I mean, a lot of people go with the fried Oreos. They go with the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
Philly cheesesteak. Okay. All right.
And I say my favorite thing to do is playing Mr. Lucky's.
Yes. See, have you ever won?
I did. I won once, and my girlfriend won twice this year.
Nice. See, I played Mr. Lucky's twice. No success. Very hard, honestly. And one thing that frustrated me about Mr. Lucky's is every time you would push something in, they would count it as their coin going in. Like
Yeah.
if you would push it in, somebody would just point it out and say, "Oh, there's one in," and
Yeah.
they'd give it to you.
You gotta be ready.
Got to be
Yell
right
it out,
on
call
it.
it.
Got to be right on it. All right, back to the rapid fire questionnaire. Favorite pregame song?
Probably have to be "Feel Invincible" by Skillet.
Okay. And now we talked about your offensive play. We talked about your defensive play. What do you like to do better? And it might be a crazy question, but do you like offense or defense better?
I'd probably lean a little more to offense. I feel a little more in control on offense. I get to choose what happens. Defense is more reading, reacting.
All right, well, you're going to play a big role in this Friday matchup against New Philadelphia. We'll have the call here on ysnlive.com. Before we let you go, what are some keys to victory on Friday against New Philly?
I think the biggest thing is going to be have to get our run game going. We've been a little slow at the start of the season. I think we got to run it down their throats. We got to slow them down on the run. If we can control the run, I think we can control the game.
All right, Mike. Appreciate you coming out. Have fun. You want to give a little shout out to your mother? It's her birthday today.
Shout out, Mom. Happy birthday.
All right, there you go. This has been another player profile for the Canfield football team, and we'll have the call on Friday night against New